Hey guys, want to welcome everyone back to Texas Silver. Also, if you're here for the first time, welcome to the channel. Hope you like the content that I put out and you stick around and think about maybe subscribing to the channel. Before we get into this, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I'm going to say Merry Christmas, and if you don't like that, I guess you can go elsewhere. But I believe in God and I believe in Christmas, and so that's what I'm going to say. But I just want to make sure that everyone is taking the time to spend during this time with their friends and family. I know a lot of us get wrapped up in work and prepping and whatever else, our hobbies, or, whatever else we have going on. I know this probably goes without being said, but just make sure that you take time during this and try and get away from work and anything else that you have going on that could be distracting you. And take this time to reflect, if you're religious, for the real reasons of Christmas. Also take time to spend with your family and loved ones. Always remember that we are not promised one more second on this earth. So remember that, and try not to take it for granted, life and everyone that you have around you. So just make sure that you're spending time with them and letting them know that you love them and care about them during this holiday season. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. I keep hearing that there's going to be this massive market crash, that we're on the precipice of this, that this is just going to be any day now that the market's going to crash. I don't see that happening anytime soon. Absolutely, is it going to crash? Yes, and it is going to be the worst crash that we have ever seen in our lifetime, possibly in the history of the stock market, but also I think this is going to be a world collapse of the stock market, monetary system, and all that. But I don't think that's going to be anytime soon. Obviously, I can't put a time limit on that. And again, this is my personal opinion. But the thing is, every time we get more bad economic news, the markets just keep going up. And I think they're going to continue to do so. I think the Fed is going to keep pumping money into this market. I don't believe anything that they say. I think anything that they do say, you need to believe that they're probably going to do the opposite. That's what I believe. And again, this is my opinion. And you're welcome to believe what you want. The Fed's balance sheet is continuing to skyrocket, even though they said that they were going to taper. They're not tapering. They're still buying the market and pumping money into this system even faster than they have before. Okay, the common individuals are also forced into the market because the interest rates have been slammed down to essentially zero. So you can't save any money in a savings account. So savers are punished. So everyone is forced into the market to try and keep up, at least maintain their purchasing power or possibly gain it. But everyone is forced in the market. So I think it's going to keep going up. I don't think this is ending anytime soon. The Fed's going to keep doing this until they're not. They're going to do this until they're not. And I think when they stop doing this is because that's when they have finished getting the digital dollar that I think is going to be rolled out. When they're ready to, when they've burned up, used up the rest of this dollar the way it exists today, that's when I think this is all going to end and they'll roll out the digital dollar. Okay. The Fed keeps saying that they're going to raise rates. I don't think that they are. If they do, just like last time when they tried to raise the rates, I think it was in 2019, they raised it a couple points and the market took like a 30% haircut, and they quickly reversed course and went all the way down to essentially zero interest rates. So I think if they do raise rates next year, I think they're going to quickly reverse course or maybe just go up half a point, a quarter of a point. I don't believe that they're going to do that. So I feel if the Fed does raise interest rates, the stock market is going to crash again or start to take a massive haircut, and the Fed is going to reverse course. And I think the only thing that they can do is, you know, in the past, they've always had 2 or 3 points that they're able to, you know, reduce the interest rate, but we're at 0 right now. So I think we could possibly even see negative rates. For sure, I think we'll see negative rates when they roll out this digital dollar. That way they can control the velocity of money and all that. So I could definitely see negative rates at some point in the future. Definitely when they roll out the digital dollar. I really do believe that this time is different because I think this is global and every central bank is just printing money as fast as they can. I know a lot of people out there are saying that, you know, they're going to, with all the inflation that's going on and all that, that they're going to be forced to raise rates. And I really think it's different this time. I think what they're doing is they're trying to use up whatever purchasing power is left on the current dollar as it is. And once that collapses, there's going to be blood in the streets. And what's going to go on is the sheep are going to be begging for a savior, and the Fed's going to come in and say, hey, we have a solution. Here's this digital dollar, and all the sheep are just going to get on board. And I think that's where it's headed this time. I don't think they're going to raise rates, you know, to 18, 19% like they did back in the 80s. I just don't see that happening. I really think that the dollar is going to be done this time. Okay, so what they're going to do is they've created a problem, and the sheep are asleep to what is really going on, and then they're going to come in as the saviors and offer a solution, and all the sheep are going to be begging and, you know, kissing the Fed's butt, you know, thank you for saving us. But that's where I think all this is headed. I think they are purposely printing and printing and printing to cause this inflation, and I think they're going to inflate away the debt. That's another reason. I think if they were to raise rates, I mean, it would, even half a percentage point is going to kill the national debt. The national debt is skyrocketing. It's over $29 trillion now, and it's increasing at the fastest rate in history. So what I also think is coming, and I think this is obviously in the near future, I think we're going to be looking at this winter, more lockdowns, more travel restrictions, all that garbage. And so hopefully, you know, not in this state. From what I understand, the governor has stated that he is not going to shut this state down again, and hopefully some of the red states will, you know, probably follow suit. But depending on where you're at, I could see lockdowns and all that garbage happening again. So if you need supplies, get them now. I know I keep sounding like a broken record, but obviously I'm getting new subscribers and all that. But if I were you, I would get everything that you need before this house of cards comes crashing down, with the financial system, also with what's coming this winter. So if you need freeze-dried food, if you need canned food, also water, cash on hand just in case the power does go out again. That way you have a way to exchange for goods and services. Because if the electronics go down, how are you going to pay for gas? How are you going to pay for food? So have some emergency cash on hand as well. I think we do have time before this whole financial thing happens, but I think we are running out of time very quickly. Obviously, I can't put a timeline on it, but I think 2022 is going to be worse than 21, and I think 23 is going to be even worse, and so on. And once this does happen, I could see this lasting 5-10 years, maybe even longer. So just make sure you're doing something. Something is better than nothing. I know money is tight right now, so just, you know, if you can't afford to get all these supplies, at least, you know, start trying to eat better, work out, stuff like that. Those things are free or can be free or very inexpensive. Your diet, yes, healthy food may cost a little bit more, but that's another less expensive thing that you can do to prepare for this, because this is all you're going to have is your body that's going to be able to get you through what's coming. Okay. If you're religious, make sure that you are staying close to God and that you're maintaining that relationship with Him. After that, number one is security. If you don't have security and you're not training, the rest of everything that you're doing is pretty much worthless. All you're doing is preparing and putting your stuff back for someone else. So make sure that you have security and a way to protect your family and all of your preps. All your food, your water. Another thing I forget to mention is first aid, but that is super important as well. Make sure you have packing gauze. Make sure that you have bandages, that you have a tourniquet. Learn how to use the tourniquet. And then make sure that you're training with all these items, that you know how to pack a wound, that you know how to do a pressure dressing. All these things are important, and you know, some of that stuff is either free or inexpensive to practice. Also, gold and silver. Okay, I'm a huge silver supporter. I believe in this stuff wholeheartedly. I do have a little bit of gold, but this stuff right here, I believe, is going to go exponential at one point. I think it's going to make gold, I think it's just going to blow gold out of the water. I think gold is also a good investment. It's a hedge against inflation. It is what the central banks and governments are stacking and hoarding. So do what the smart money is doing. Okay, it's also going to be, in my opinion, a way to transfer your wealth from this to the next. Also, security, another precious metal. These things right here. You need to be buying plenty of this and make sure that you put that back. Also a very precious metal, even more precious than gold and silver, in my opinion. Okay. And just know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial planner. This is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. And just to let y'all know, you know, am I concerned of what's coming? Sure. I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't, but I'm a very prepared individual. And I can tell you that this precious metal and these precious metals right here are what help me sleep at night. Because I know any and everything that comes my way, I pretty much have everything covered. So if you've been putting off getting this stuff, get it now. Quit. Act today. Get this stuff, put it back. This is the cheapest that I think it's going to be. Could it correct some? The metals, sure. But I don't think we'll ever see it in the teens again. And the problem is, if it does get that low, everyone's going to run out and try and get it, and you're not going to be able to get it. Also, when the cat's out of the bag and everyone's running to go get this stuff, it's not going to be obtainable. You're not going to be able to get it. It doesn't matter how much fiat trash you have. You're not going to be able to get it because it's all going to be gone. This stuff too, this has been in shortage lately. And why? Because some of the masses have woken up and they're out purchasing this stuff. So the same thing is going to happen with this. So please don't let the grass grow under your feet and go get you some precious metals. So this video doesn't go too long. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I am sorry that I have not put out more videos, and especially on Rumble. I know I have new subscribers and y'all may not know all this, but I work a full-time job. I work 50 hours a week minimum. I share custody with my kiddos. I have a ranch with those responsibilities, and I also do try and have a personal life. And also I'm trying to put out these videos. So just be patient with me. I haven't forgot about y'all. I greatly appreciate everyone here for the support, the emails, the letters, everything that I've been getting from y'all. Y'all are great. I rarely ever get a negative comment. And I think I really have some of the best fans out there, and I greatly appreciate that. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I had a comment about the Rumble videos. I'm sorry, but with all that's going on, plus now with the time change, it's really hard for me to have a long enough window when I get off work to make these videos. So I will still try to get these done maybe on a day off. I do still plan on putting videos out on Rumble. And for those that don't know, I do only have 2 up right now, but it's Texas Silver, one word, on Rumble, so go check that out. But if you could, subscribe if you haven't already. If you've been with me for a while, you haven't, please do. What are you waiting on? If you're new and you like what I've put out, I'd appreciate you subscribing. Also hit the bell, that way you're notified of the next one that I drop. Thank you for sharing the videos, for the comments, and for all the likes. I guess I'm going to end it there. I'm going to try and do one video maybe on Christmas, but if not, again, Merry Christmas. Be safe out there. Enjoy your family, and God bless.